Arabadea and Wam Shegudan Regaye. I'm WPPJR, Chairman and Publisher of Esanland.org. In this month of April, we're celebrating our 5 years anniversary. You know, when I started this movement of digitalization of Esanland, it just came out of necessity. Actually, it started from ewohimi.com because there was a time I was looking for certain information. But Gwali get away online, and so I said, okay, that was just how ewohimi.com started. Because apparently, I've had that domain for a long time, and I just say, no, let me highlight some certain things in Ewohimi. And when I saw the interest, and I realized Esanland was not properly organized digitally. Everything was just here and there. We didn't have that proper organized digital platform for Esanland. So it was from there I have to migrate ewohimi.com to esanland.org. You know, and it becomes ewohimi.com becomes esanland.org. The history of our public, you publish for education, research, development, and the preservation of Esanland cultural heritage. You know, I'm inspired. The story of Dr. Christopher Okoje inspired me deeply. That man was a man who did a lot for Esanland and many other Esan historians, you know, who have left us with some really good informations. The recorded history. We have a lot to thank our historians, Dr. Christopher Okoje and many other people. They've done a lot. Dr. Christopher Okoje was a man who studied in the United States, you know, and they went to a lot of places. So after he studied, instead of leaving, he worked in the United States for a little while, you know, came to Nigeria, you know. He didn't stay in the United States to make money or to chase the American dream. When he came back to Nigeria, he didn't live in Lagos. He could have lived in Lagos or live in the United States, work anywhere in the world and make a lot of money. But he didn't do that. When he came back to Nigeria, he didn't even live in the city either. He went to Islam and built the first Zuma hospital. Actually, he went to establish Zuma Hospital. It's the first private sector hospital built in Islam. You know, that takes courage because the man wanted to eradicate illiteracy and to help our people. Those are the real heroes we do not recognize. That is my hero. Dr. Christopher is my hero. The man is not a trained historian, but during that time he took his tapes and they went all over Esanland and recorded recorded Esanland history with most of the things that we have today. He left us some good informations. I want to build on his legacy, and many other Esan historians who have worked so hard and left us with some very good informations. So when I look at his sacrifice, what he did, you know, I challenge myself. I say, you know what? We have to build on their legacy. We must not allow the sacrifice they've made to just be in vain. It is that story that motivates me. Why you see, I do what I do. For the past 5 years, I can tell you since we started digitalization of Esanland online, I have not received one kobo. May I say receive one nini from nobody, a nini from nobody. Everything that I do comes from my pocket. You see, when you go to Esanland.org, I work so hard, you know. There's a lot that go on behind the scene. Many people don't know that. It's not a cut and paste site. Everything you see there, before we put everything online, we take our time. These are well-researched materials. And the site Esanland.org is not a website. It is a journal. It's a library of very vital information that has to do with Esan people. Because I don't want this land to be left behind when it comes to digitalizations. In Nigeria, we are a minority. I don't think Esan is up to 1.5 million people. So we're quite small. So, these past years, these past 5 years, I've labored hard to make sure Esanland is well represented online, and we have a well organized, you know, basic informations about Esanland. We are just starting. We are not yet. We are not where we should be, where we want to be yet. We have a lot to do. And since this, we've started this. I started this. I've seen a lot of people try to copy what I do, and uh, and many people. But one thing I am pleading to people of Islam: let us learn to work together. Let's learn to work together. Let us learn to work together. Let's learn to respect intellectual property. Because in Nigeria, one of the biggest problems we have, we do not respect intellectual property. We need to have intellectual integrity. When you lift things from our side, quote your source. It takes a lot. Every little information you find on our side, we have to handily type those information, proofread, edit. It takes time. Some material sometimes will take 2 months, 1 month to get the job done. Graphic, everything. So when you come to our site and pick informations, you just lift it, quote your source. Honor intellectual integrity. Because if you do not honor intellectual integrity, scholars will not respect your intellect. So in Nigeria, oftentimes we just quote, we just jack things, we don't even quote the source. Let us learn to respect intellectual integrity. Because intellectual integrity is an intellectual property. Okay, idea is a property. Respect it. Let respect the trade. It's important. It does not defame the trade. So as such, Esanland.org is on Esanland property. It's not mine. I work for it, the betterment of Esanland. And my expectation is one day I want to be able to build and get to a level. One day we can hand over these things to the next generations. Men and women who wants to build. Whereas you guys manage that side. You understand? Because the motive is right. So let's learn to respect intellectual property, because if you do not do that, scholars will never respect your work. They will never respect your intellect. So it's important. And instead of having small sites here and there that cannot be sustained, collaborate with us. Let's work together. Let's build together. Because the originality, remember, you cannot beat the originality. You can't beat the originality, because anything we any good thing we not happening at one. Understand? Because the originator, his heart is pure. God giving that idea. There's the ability of what it takes to sustain the idea. That is why you have to work with the originals. Learn to collaborate with the originator, because you can never beat the originator. You can steal the idea. At the end of the day, can you sustain it? Sustainability, I'll eat the thing. You copy here and there the thing. Let us respect our trade, because it's important. Because legacies matters. Okay? So I'm open to work with everybody. People write from all over the world, from different institutions. We always prove. I have informations. I can tell you. I have information. I've done my research back in the days when we used to record with tapes. I have informations. We have not even started yet. We're just beginning. There's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of things we want to do for Esanland. By the grace of God, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to make sure that Esanland is well digitalized. You understand? Anywhere where you're from Esanland, you're looking for anything, you will find it. Online at a click of a button. The work I've not started, we're just beginning. And I'd like to invite you, if you're inside intellect, you're intellectuals, you have materials, come, let's work together so that we can build a formidable Esanland network online. It's important because we have to preserve our history, we have to preserve our heritage. We want to enjoy. If you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're coming from. Many of us, for us to solve some of our problems, we are challenges we are facing, you need to go back and study your family root. Many of you always say you will lie, you will listen, you will lie. Many of you will say visit son one day. We will say your son one day. We will say his son one day. A corner be we will say lie son one day. You never go with land one day. Say let me just go and visit. It's not enough to call, say, I'm Esan making, I'm from Esanland, blah, blah, blah. They say I'm from the Benin Kingdom, blah, blah, blah. Have you visited that place? Even once. These things are important. Because you can take Esan man out of Esanland. You cannot take Esan out of an Esan man. I don't know where we born and be where UK and be where. I got where you call and be where Sokoto and be where Port Harcourt and be where Warri and be where. I got where I ye. You are an Esan man first. One way where you carry breeches, it don't mean anything. You are in Nigeria, first thing first. Don't let nobody deceive you. You are in Nigeria first. It be not just paper. Passport not here. Not just paper. Not just paper. Sometimes people don't even know how to use all these documentation when they carry self. If you know how to use your documentation, you be a year now. Go abroad and see some of Nigeria who are lost. They don't know their left. They don't know their not just here and there. I will gadu here and there. They don't know their left from their right. They lost Nigerians, but they made that not be your portion. Okay. Another thing I wanted to share is what we have too fragmented. We lack national cohesion. Today, we would like to pay a tribute now to Anthony Nairo for the sacrifice. Remember, Anthony Nairo was the first Nigerian to raise the motion for independent Nigeria. Don't forget that. Don't forget history. He's the first man. And those people, they laid a sacrifice. They laid a great foundation for Esanland. We're now going from Auchi today to all of Esanland. We have some great political network, but our problems are we've not been able to really use this network. Esanland women are part of the people who create this network. We must give them kudos for the work they've done, because most of the Esan women back in the days, they marry from every tribe, Hausa, Igbo, all these things. So we are able to use those network to put our people into all this navy, of the marine, army, just name it. That's how they create some of this great network we have today. It's as a result of many Esan women marrying from other tribe. They did some of these things for us. So we must thank them and recognize the contribution of the Esanland woman. What they've done. Some of the great political network we have today is also because of the sacrifice of the Esanland woman. They created it for us. But the thing is that all this year, we must have already used our network, this political network, to develop Esanland. During Babangida era, Ahigbe was the vice president. Akhomo was the vice president. Not be so. Again, there was a time Akhomo too was Ahigbe was also a vice president after the Babangida left. We've always been in government. Even this Obasanjo time, Stella Obasanjo is from Esanland, was the vice president, was the wife of the president. So today, when I if you are Abuja from Auchi to where we lie Esanland like this, those places are supposed to be paved with gold. When I lie money, people will know that truly that we've had some great political connections. But if you go there today, it's not like that. The story is not like that, because we've not been able to harness our political connections in Nigeria for our benefit. Who are you going to blame? Outside I blame Igbo. No. Let us take responsibility for the things that we're supposed to have done, we do not do, so that we begin to do. It's not about casting blame. No. What can we learn from this leader that has been before us, who do not use these positions? Where? You see, like Honorable Sergius Ogun always said, our problem is self-interest. Self-interest, self-interest, we have the political connections. He's been built. He's still there. He's still stronger. In the whole of Benin Kingdom today, when I talk from Auchi to the whole of Esan, we still have that political network. It is there. You understand now? But are we using it for the benefit of Esanland? Self-interest. We need to begin to deal with these issues. Since I've been publishing, I see how people sometimes they try to copy what I do. I say, why can't you just come together? Because the motive. Well, let me tell you one thing. It is not the amount of money you give that God rewards, though. It is the motive behind. The motive behind what you're given. That's what God rewards. It's not the amount of money. Don't allow this fraudster to deceive you. Say the more money you give, the more God rewards you. That one I'd lie. Or who need to. It is the motive behind your giving. That's what God rewards. It is the motive behind everything or somebody rewarding. Or somebody increase. Is the motive. So let our motive be right. If you want to get into politics, let the motive be right. The thing is that let's change our motive, self-interest. This Idun mentality, we have to change it. Let's be broad-minded. Let's think about Esanland. Let's form one national lobby group. Just Esanland lobby group. Our job. Look at the Jews. The way the Jews, right? The Jews. See how the Jews behave. I don't control America. The Jews. What's that? They get aid from the government. That's what we need to do. We need to come together. What's that? So that all these major institutions in this land, whether roads, electricity, everything, so that when our lights are not, we will be powering our villages with solar energy. Right? We have that network. If we bring our heart together, things can be done. So I'm challenging Esan people, my generations, guys. It is time to get things done. It is time to fold our sleeve and get the job done. Because this job is not going to get done by talking, by blaming this, blaming that. If you keep blaming us, everybody look like a fool. See one good thing you can do for Esanland today. See one good thing you can do about Nigeria. In Nigeria today to make Nigeria a better place. We all have a place of influence. It's important, my people, so that we can destroy these fragmentations and become and have a strong national lobby group, strong national voice. Mana you federal government, man, you Abuja, man, everyone go along. You are saying, oh, you are thinking about it. If man, see us at the Bay Street, man, everyone go along. That is a lobby group. Man, allows at the Bay Street. Man, all these boden, talk boden, no, talk boden, 1 time. Hey, say, tie 1 kilometer, 1 full step road. If I'm on no. Let's get the whole bread in 1 time. I like was I talk boden roads are 1 time. Standard road. I like man. I tie the road. A belly wherever, anywhere in this land. Man, yo, with government game and go put there. Man, everyone go. That's how the Jews behave. They carry the whole cake and even carry the extra, carry waka. That's why they are strong economically. When you are strong economically, you'll be strong infrastructurally. We are not organized, my people. We are too fragmented because of self-interest. We need to break that yoke. The only way to break that yoke is for us to say ourselves, some of the things we are doing, we are not doing it right. Let's do it the right way. That's how you build a nation. A nation is not by miracle. It's by vision, commitment, and hard work. You hear me so? This one will they wait so, this one they wait for person, not be so. Let's do the work so that things can be better. I have that hope, and I know that we can do it. We have the skills. If you just think about Esanland resources that is out of Esanland, the skills. We have the skills. We have the money. We have the political connections. Okay? We have the political connection. We are hardworking. We are entrepreneurs. So what are we waiting for? Esanland is not poor. If somebody tells Esanland poor, that person don't know anything they talk. I'm not a poor man. I'm not a poor man, my friend. I'm not. And many of you are watching right now. You are not a poor man. You have the skills. You know. Look, I've worked with 2 foreign vice presidents. Okay, and I can tell you that we've built cities. We built some certain things, my friend. We do some things in some communities. You understand? These are some of the things I'm looking to replicate in this, and that's why I work every Saturday. I'm on air in Nigeria. I broadcast every Saturday in Nigeria for the past almost 5 years, 6 years, and I publish Esanland online, and we digitalize in Esanland. We haven't even started yet. I am going to work for the betterment of Esanland. I want to challenge you to be part of that move, not for selfish gain, but let's leave a legacy. Let's build on the legacy of Dr. Christopher Okoje, who studied overseas, who would have stayed overseas, make a lot of money as a doctor, even work for Nigeria as a medical doctor. He refused. He came back to Nigeria. No, he didn't stay in Lagos or Abuja or anywhere. He didn't stay in Port Harcourt. He came back to Esanland and built Zuma Hospital. It was a charity hospital. It wasn't there for make money. That is kind of mentality we should have. We have our heroes. That's my hero. Enaro is my hero. These are my heroes. We produce vice president, all this thing. What have we done for Esanland? We need to change. We need to change the way we do things so that things can be better. Another issue Mehume raised today, as we celebrate our anniversary, 5 years anniversary at Esanland.org. If I don't really go, I don't travel, where you are, value more you are. Please, me roll somebody viva. Value more you are. Because you don't visit home. It's not good. How can you have the mother is Esan, the father is Esan, Akia, you will hang Vare, you will hang him, Titiana, you will hang him, Kara, you will hang him, Eho, Isan, you will hang him. What kind of life are you people living? What kind of legacy are you living for the next generation, for God's sake? Look at the Igbos, the Yoruba. Eh? Every Christmas, where it is, Easter, every 1-2 years, use Nigeria from there in village. First things off, who are Ekaya Bongwa? Many of you, you've been away. Ordinary one plot of land, wherever we Nigeria, wherever, it is not a good thing, no. It's not a good thing. Oh, well, I'm not going to live there. Why should I do something there? Which kind cheap? No, those are lousy excuses, I beg. Those are lousy excuses. Those are lousy excuses. Own land, buy it for you. It's not about you. It's about your grandchildren. Bible, a wise man leave inheritance for the children. He won't wear mufias and millions. That will not be inheritance. Ego, Iran, no. Iran, ego king. He burns like fire. If you were not today, somebody today where you pass, you go to glory. Before you know, this small they begin to fight over that small money. Before they burn the thing. The great way to save money is to invest money. It's asset. The best even inheritance to leave for your children is asset. Teach your children how to make money. Teach them what they call financial discipline. Understand that? God has given them brain. If you leave 1 kilometer for them, they will take you to 20 kilometers. Legacy matters. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for your children? If you want to train Ali, you go to Bonokwa. So, if I don't have a value more, 1 or 2 years, bring them to Nigeria. It's an investment you will never regret. Because all this ever know where so now this in video. Tomorrow they'll say, that money, not that man. 20 years ago, ordinary boss because I'm always about a bomb. I argue. The same people when we say, ban here today, it's because of you. Because of you. They argue. They will laugh and say, look at that man. 10 years now. Ordinary boss got a heavy ever. They'll be laughing at you. So I'm telling you because I want progress for you. When I'm not towa, you do towa. Bunwa. We want to bunwa village, bunwa. But we need to fix our village homes. Let's fix it. It's our heritage. It's your father's treasurehood. You bear your father's name, your family name. Build house there now. Build the house there. Buy land, buy farmland. We want to bunwa where we do to. You can worry this. Where lie you are, this land belongs to you people. Maybe one day your grandchildren, they will build a factory there. All these old talk right there, 1 million, 2 million. In Abuja today, you can still buy a land for 2 million in a nice place. What are you talking about? Everybody, can you afford that kind of land? In the next 5-6 years, the land prices goes up. So, my friend, do this thing because it's important. Value more you are. Speak language, mother tongue for your children. Instead, or Hausa, at least have your mother tongue. Let them speak one language. While your Hausa were married, we can make Hausa your mother tongue in the house. Their brain is still fresh. Whereas the son, at least they are in some here and there. At least let them learn to speak one major Nigerian language. It's very, very important. Another thing I want to say is we must preserve the best of our past and do away with the worst of our past. Because oftentimes, every no one can even the things we are not supposed to do is the thing that we are doing. We are not preserving the best of our past. The youth maintains the community. Why are we doing away with that? So all these things are important. Let us preserve the best of our past and do away with the worst of our past. Because the thing we see in our community now is that it's not good. Some of the things they borrowed, they copied everything from us. They copied everything. Look at these sanitations. Well, our lives are clean here. Because the youth clean everywhere. Go to Esanland today, they are youth, they are loafing here and there. Why did they stop that? It's not a wise thing. We need to reintroduce things like that. Our forefathers, they were very, very wise. They were very, very wise. It is we that I know why, because we throw away the things we're supposed to have maintained. From there, we didn't keep them. That is the reason why I'm emphasizing the preservation of our cultural heritage. Because when you begin to study, you find out that the answers to our problem lies in us knowing where we are coming from. Because when we are in Guelawade, when we are in Guekin, you understand? We are in Guekin, you don't know where you are going if you don't know where you're coming from. You are Esan. What is Esan? What is Esan? Esan is not just the language, not just what is Esan. What makes you an Esan man? Is about your culture, your way of life. You have to preserve it. That is your authenticity. It's not just Esan man for language or for name. You can be Esanland, at the end of the day, you don't even know what it takes to be an Esan man. It is the preservation of your cultural values. Values, we're talking about values. Respect for others. Respect for the culture. Respect for nature. It is that's what makes you authentic. So it's important. Let us preserve the best of our past and do away with the worst of our. Because if we do not tell our history, people will tell our history the wrong way. They will tell our history the wrong way. Our forefather, civilization began in Africa. Don't be fooled. You understand? Don't be fooled. It begins in Africa. And we are from the Benin Kingdom. Okay? We know. Before Iboma was sailing in the sea, we were already sailing in the sea. Okay? Let us go back and respect our values. And for it to respect your value, you have to know your history, know your culture. Because we want to Guela day, we want to working. You know, and for you to, from where they Guela day, you have to study your history, your culture. It's important. I know who I am. I'm an Esan man. I can't change that. It's not possible. It is who I am. We're talking about values. We talk about Esan, we're talking about culture, we're talking about values. It's important. Our forefathers were very, very wise. We have to copy the things that they've done, the best, and preserve all of them. So let's do it with the worst of our past and preserve the best of our past. It's important. Another thing I want to say is, bring to your attention is that, do you have the African plan? You need to have the African plan, because this is the black man century. This century we're in now is the black man century. You see the wahala of Wengireve right now. When I go abroad, think twice, or if not, you'll be left behind. You'll be left behind. Understand? You'll be left behind. Not say, oh, Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. You'll be left behind, because Nigeria is going to become the industrial hub of Africa in this century. You don't have to believe me. I don't have to force you to believe. I'm just telling you the future so that you know. So that if you are not prepared, sir, you'll be prepared. I am prepared. I want to be part of that history. I don't want to sit down and watch history made. I want to be part of those who make history. That is why I'm working hard and I'm doing the best that I can to rebuild my nation, to rebuild Africa, to rebuild Nigeria. You do your part, I play my part, everybody play your part, and everything will be fine. If you like, they blame this, blame that, everybody look like a fool. Let us take responsibility and look at where is things wrong. We correct it, we move on. That's how you build a nation. That's how you build a society. That's how you build a people. And you by complaining. Complain on the put that it does not increase your height. But if we put our intellectual property capability into positive use, we will overcome our challenges. So Africa is the future, and the future begins right now. You must have the African plan. What is the African plans? Get involved. Don't say because you live in Africa right now, we say everything's over. It's time to get involved. Buy land. At least start from there. Buy land. If you don't have a house in Nigeria yet, go and build a house for yourself. It is not even for you, it's for your children and your great-grandchildren. It's important. Get involved. There are so many opportunities back home. If you don't have a bank, open a bank account. Nigerian bank today is a top-notch bank. You can open an online banking today and control your banking system anywhere all over the world at the touch of a button. You can apply if you want to. There's many things you want to get in Nigeria. You can do it online. You don't need to be calling anybody. You want to register your business? Within 24 hours, you can register your business in Nigeria today. You don't need anybody. It's that simple. Many of you are too scared of technology. No, don't be scared of that. Know how this thing works, because the era we live in is going to be controlled by AI, artificial intelligence, and automatic engineering. In the West now, since this lockdown, many people have lost their job, and they're not going to get that job back because these companies, they are going to implement what they call AI, artificial intelligence, and automatic engineering. Because people, they want to cut costs. Company, they don't care. They know you can work remotely now. So why are they going to be spending millions or lots of money just to pay rent in a year, where they know that they can have 10 people to do the same job that 50 people were doing? If you're a business person, won't you do that? You will adjust now. So it's business. Businesses are set up to make money. So the people don't understand that. Businesses are not set up for charity. Every business person wants to make money. That's it. That is the honest truth. That's the honest truth. So they will cut costs. They will adopt technology. That's why today, if you don't have skills, you cannot survive in this territory. You need skills, special skills. So friends, Africa is the future, and the future begins right now. Wherever you are, you live outside of Africa, you must have what I call the African plan. And if you are in Nigeria, thank God. Because you come from a nation with 200 million people. Okay? And that nation, Nigeria, is going to become the industrial hub of Africa. And it's easy for you to set up a factory in Nigeria. Remember, when you talk about Nigerian market, you're talking about the whole of West Africa, Central Africa, as far as part of Eastern Africa and North Africa. Your ECOWAS passport takes you to 15 African countries. That is 15 markets, 15 nations. Are you here complaining? You can process your tool in Esanland there. Process.com. That your Oka there in Esanland will process it like this and send your tool down to Niger. Today, the Edo Central Line, the train Central Line, it passed through Esanland today. That's the good thing. Which means, I think very soon I decided rebuilding Warri Port. That's opportunity. You can put that factory there in Esanland there, send your goods straight to Warri Port, to the train. The station has been completed. We've done a report on that particular line, the train line in Nigeria, the Central Line, which passed through Esanland. We've already done a report. If you go to esanland.org, you find our report there. And we're going to do a report again, update of that, because the stations is completed. As a matter of fact, they're supposed to be, the last segment they are building is between Warri and the port. They want to link that Warri side where the station ends from there to the port. They want to link into the port. That is the last segment. And I know they were awarded contract, and it's being built. and the Warri Port is going to be rebuilt. I don't know if they've started yet, but I know the contract has been awarded to rebuild Warri Port, which is $1.8 billion to upgrade the port. So what it means is that the future is that you can have factories in Esanland. We need to process all those agricultural produce we have in Esanland, and we can send your Oka of Wenjiri. You can set up a tuwo factory there that will process that corn and export it to these West African countries. Tuwo is you can set up whether East Africa, wherever. The market is there, which means you can just put your goods right there from Uromi there, because we have a big stations there in Uromi. There's 2 stations there in Uromi. There's one is going to be in New Belgium. They're going to be smaller stations. There's another one in Igbanke, which is these stations. They are close to Esanland. These are possibilities. We need warehousing in this place. These are possibilities, because that line is going to run a freight line, and then of course the commercial lines. And I know the contract that link that train to Abuja, which is going to link straight to Kano, is being built. So this is the future. Think about the future. So once this thing is complete, it means when now in factory Esanland, you can ship your goods straight from Esanland to Upper North, Sokoto, Kano, all those places. And just from Kano there, from Esanland there, put your goods into freight and take it there to the Warri Port, and take them out of Esanland. Take that yam out of Esanland, package them, and send it there. The farmers at home can make more money, make better money. So let's think outside of the box, because God has given us everything that we need to meet our needs. Our problem is that we need to use our brain the right way. We need to have the African plans. It's important. Let's see how we can harness this political connection that we have in Nigeria to make this land a better place, empower ourselves, and change our communities. One of the last issue I just want to raise today is to the Esan youth who is at home. We want the Esan youth. I am throwing this challenge to the Esan's youth in Esanland to come up and begin to secure our villages. Ebony Fiobo, they are within our community, we need to flush them out. We need to make sure that that place is not comfortable for them to operate. I'm challenging the Esan youth today for them to come together and begin to form a vigilante groups to flush out all these little elements we have in our community. Because when they are in our community, you guys know them. But anyway, you have to flush them out, because it is not our culture. Laziness is not an Esan man is a hardworking man. A typical Esan man is an entrepreneur. We are very hardworking people. That is why in Nigeria today we are not even up to 1.5 million. We are a voice because we work very hard. That's the truth. We work very hard. So all these people in the world around within our community think they can just come to our village and begin to do anyhow. We have to flush them out. It is the responsibility of the youth within the community to make sure that all these criminals, we get rid of them. I'm challenging you guys to form vigilante groups and begin to work in collaboration with the police in the community and begin to flush out all these bunch of criminals that we have in our community. We need peace, because if we do not have peace, we cannot have development. So that our people, anytime they are at war, they know that Esanland is secure. The only people that will secure Esanland is the youth. It is the youth. You guys have to do that job. You know what it takes. You have what it takes to secure our villages. But I make sure I secure our villages so that development comes. Friends, this is all I have to say today in this our anniversary. MWPPJR. I love you with all my heart, and I'd like to wish you sound health wherever you are. Let's do the best that we can to make Nigeria, to make Esanland a better place in this century, because we can do it. It is possible. The possibility is great. The challenges are there. Yes. The risk, we have to take the risk. And life is constantly challenging. But we must rise up to the challenge and do the best that we can and make Esanland a better place for us and for our children and for our children's children. Until next time, until I meet you, so number bless us all and be with us all. Bye-bye now. Okimbui. Bye-bye, Kyoto.